I do not need to tell an American that it is the desire to get rich that drives the world and drives innovation. And so, I sort of got that off my father, that he always used to say to me, there will be a better way to shoe a horse. And he said that to me as an oldish man, and so that's the sort of thing where you have to be positive. Whereas I think farriers are renowned for being conservative and just saying, that's the way I've always done it, and certainly, as I said, there's fundamental skills that you must never lose. And I've heard Mike say, it doesn't matter what you're putting on if you've got to get the trim right beforehand. So there's fundamental skills, but nevertheless, some of these new materials are changing the way that we shoe horses slightly, and they are better for the horse. And so I've always been keen on that. So I still do a clinic on modern materials, which now I'm not actually shoeing myself, means that I have to keep updating myself, which has got to be good for me.
But with everyone now, with the new materials and everything coming out, not doing the iron, we've gone from iron shoes from wood shoes to iron shoes to aluminum shoes now that are being out there, and using leather and stuff. And now anyone with a 3D printer is now can print out a synthetic shoe and then slap a horse's picture on it and charge you 3 times as much. Do you think that there's the technology's there yet, or are people just trying to get into the money cash that is a horse community as far as printing these shoes out? And I'd like to hear, I'd like to see a clinic. And you said that you do a clinic on new structures, new materials and stuff, like the pros and cons and what to look for that's good and what to look for that's bad.
I'd have to correct you. The first horseshoe was not wood. So iron was the first thing. Aluminum in the 19th century. And it's amazing how quickly, certainly the racing industry cottoned onto this. I'm sure some big aluminum mill, they said, they've got racehorses in training. I know what we'll do. So actually, it was one of the first uses of it when they finally got to be able to produce aluminum cheaply and on an industrial scale. Oh, and you said about, are they just doing this to make money? Of course they are. I do not need to tell an American that it is the desire to get rich that drives the world and drives innovation. So, of course they're doing that for that. And I find it phenomenal how much, some of my colleagues get now. And good